Good morning, yogis. It's Jamil with Jamil Wellness Counseling. And today we're going to be working with liver and gallbladder, all about releasing repressed anger, getting unstuck and, getting through that stagnation, processing stress, cultivating kindness and compassion. So liver and gallbladder lines, and I'm taking this practice and with adaptations from Sarah Powers Insight Yoga. So Sarah Powers was one of the people that from Paul Grilly, who originally sort of came up with Yin Yoga, really developed the principles uh, and really um, gave us some structure around how to practice yin yoga and incorporated more of the traditional Chinese elements of the meridians and flowing through those. So of course, this is yoga for healing trauma. So always listen to your body. Know that you have so much choice here. So if anything I'm saying or guiding doesn't feel right, then just adapt or just listen to your body. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and come into widening child's pose for our first shape. Now, I struggle with whether to practice with the blanket under me or not. So, whatever you want, but I'm going to go ahead and come into wide leg child's pose. So, big toes are touching, yeah, legs are far apart, and then simply walk your hands out. Now, if you can't get down, let your head down, you can have a bolster, you can even rest on your hands, you can have a folded blanket, you can have a block over here. So from the side, it's just going to look like this. Yeah. So let yourself warm up here. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. So let's set a sankalpa right now. Let's do an intention right here in this moment. Remember, sankalpa is positively phrased and in the present tense. So lately, I have been really welcoming my spirit guides for my highest self. So that would sound something like, I welcome my spirit guides in for my highest self. I know Gabby Bernstein uses highest self and compassion a lot. So for this sequence, we're releasing repressed anger. So maybe it's I release any repressed anger that no longer serves or benefits me. Anger is there to tell us about our boundaries. Stuck energies, I flow with life. Cultivating kindness and compassion. I am kind and compassionate to myself first, and then it spills out into others. So healing trauma is all about sort of reclaiming the parts of yourself. And so you have to, or at least my worldview tells me that we have to really heal ourselves first. And then let our energy heal others. And of course, it's all a paradox because we don't heal in a vacuum. We hurt in relationships and we heal in relationships. So whatever your sankalpa, your heart's desire, your deep intention, whatever that is, just let it bubble up. And you can say it to yourself or out loud 3 times. Really feeling it to be true, even in this moment. Yeah, good. There are a few breaths here. Breathing into your back body. Good. Go ahead and come on up out of that. Ah, that's pretty good, huh? Okay, so let me see. So let's go ahead and let's come into Sphinx from here. And I was trying to think about Sarah Powers. She and Bernie Clark um, literally kind of took Paul Grilli's work and really developed it. So for Sphinx, you can have your legs kind of hips width distance apart. I've had back surgery, and so sometimes to have my big arch in my back doesn't feel super good for me. So you want to have if you come up with your elbows right under your shoulders, you may want to just move your elbows out just a skosh here. So we don't want to collapse into our shoulders, and we don't need to be like pushing up out of them. Just kind of a nice neutral. And that was hurting my neck looking at y'all while talking. So Sphinx here, and you can have your hands together if that feels good for you, sort of in prayer pose. You can have them out. Just see what feels good for you here. Kind of tuck your chin a little because your chin, your spine, your cervical neck, the neck vertebra are part of your spine. So this is going to be different than this. So just notice what feels good in your body. If your back is feeling too much stress, you can always tighten your buttocks to give a little support. Tighten your buttocks and inner thighs. So you can always use your muscles here to help support parts of your body. And I do like to enjoy little micro movements in my yin practice. Yeah, and I need to kind of engage my buttocks a little to help kind of relieve that stress off of my low back. I'm feeling it in my shoulders today. So just make sure your shoulders are sort of back down on your back body. And if you notice in this shape, it can be difficult to breathe into your belly, and yet that can stretch your diaphragm. So just play around with your breath here, finding some softness. Doesn't have to work. Hmm. Yeah. Also gratitude for Bernie Clark and Sarah Powers. We took the work of Paul Grilly and developed it into sort of quote unquote yin yoga. Yeah, great. A few more breaths here. Listening to your body. Well, good. Yeah, I'm ready to come out of that one. So just coming into crocodile, stacking your palms, and then if you want to sort of shake your hips, or you can bend your knees and windshield wiper just to bring some movement into your low back. That did feel good though. Yeah, that's great. So coming up out of that, go ahead and come to a seat. And we are going to go into sleeping. Well, in regular yoga, it's called pigeon. So, but in yin, it's called sleeping swan. So now you may want to have a block or a bolster or a folded blanket for this one. So I am going to take a blanket from my knees. So here, and then I'm trying to decide which is going to be better. So let's go ahead and start by letting your right leg, so come to kind of a 90-degree angle in the front here. And now I'm giving you a side pose because I want to show you where I'm putting the yoga block here. Of course, I have a dark block with dark pants, not very smart. But see how the hips we want our hips square. So whatever supports you need right under this buttock, see how that does that. So we want to keep our hips square. Yeah. So do what you need to do to support your hips here. Now that bolster is too wavy gravy. So let's take a more firm blanket and kind of fold it like that. Yeah. Let's see what a front view looks like here. Oh, that feels good. I feel like you can kind of still see it better this way. So putting a little bit of a support right under the buttocks there so that hips are still square. And then you can, sleeping swan, you can come all the way down. I'm gonna warm up into these shapes here. So if you're ready to come all the way down, you can. I'm not, so I'm gonna stay up for a minute or two, let my body sort of open up through that left front hip. Oh, so good. Feeling the neck muscles. And you can always use, props to help come down. So if you're ready to kind of come down, you can scaffold it a little bit. Just making sure that you're not rolling. Just keep your hips square here. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. You may get some heat here. This really stimulates liver. Liver is really responsible for the anger emotion. So making sure that you are using your breath. You can always just let the heat come on through. You can always use Sitali or Skitali breath. Sitali breath is where you curl your tongue and inhale. And close your mouth and exhale out your nose. And Skitali is where you really smile wide with your teeth together, and then inhale through your teeth. And same thing, close your mouth and exhale out your nose. Or you can always just inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. So a couple different ways to disperse the heat, or just notice it and stay with it, right? So good. It's so funny. I'm remembering that I'm not going to say should, but I could have started with my left hip, and because my left hip is sort of moving stuck energies more than my right, I started with my right. So if you have a side that is needing a little more TLC, you could start with that one. So I was just noticing how my natural unconscious processes started with my quote unquote better hip. Because, maybe that left hip for me is a little more painful. So just, naming that our nervous system is really very smart and wise, but rudimentary. So really just, avoids pain, seeks pleasure. Who knew Freud was right all those all those years? Oh gosh, so good. I'm just massaging my sinuses a little bit while I'm here. So good. This is the day after Beltane, and here in Texas, it didn't feel like welcoming summer because it was all rainy and cold. Oh, yeah. It's okay. All right. So to come out of this, you can move whatever things you have there and just roll onto your right hip. Oh, so good. We'll go to the other side. Other side. Yeah. So feel free to enjoy any movements in between here. I'm just going to kind of roll my hips, shake my hips just a little here. Great, yeah. And then the left leg comes forward and let your right leg extend back. And then whatever props you need underneath that other hip, your left hip, to keep your hips square. Yeah, great. So feeling the shape of your body, just feel the shape of your body. Oftentimes, even if you can go all the way down first, just notice your transitions. And you can go really slowly to really feel into how the sensations change as you transition. So yoga is a great mirror for us. How we move on our mat is oftentimes how we move in life. And how we move physically can show us how we move mentally and emotionally, right? So it's all connected, all those koshas. So this is one of my favorite ways to meet this shape, is to have my Anjali Asana prayer pose, just to have it up on my third eye center. Of course, the third eye center ajna is connected to sacral center, Svadhisthana. So the chakras work in pairs. So we've got this, Svadhisthana is sacral. It's creativity. It's called the dwelling place of the self. And so the seat of creativity, the seat of, when we think about creativity, that's sort of a God thing, right? Well, if you read the Bible metaphysically, you'll know that Jesus was talking about the God within, the spirit connecting within to our spark of awareness. You can read the Bible literally, metaphorically, or metaphysically. So not saying one is better than the other, just to give you options of possibilities, right? Because healing from trauma involves choice and letting you decide what feels right. Oh, sinus massage sure feels right. So you can massage right along your eyebrows, right, kind of right above. I was showing a client the other day, there's these two little sinuses right on your eyebrows, and you can sort of put pressure on those and massage to clear out any lymph or blockage. If it's tender, just be really gentle. That just means there's a little congestion there. So just let your body naturally move that out, taking your time to support. So, this practice is about letting repressed anger get out, getting unstuck, but it's also about cultivating compassion and kindness. So you want to start with that directed inwardly first. And if you have a part that is really critical or, hard on you, it's just a part of you. We tend to internalize the external people of our life. So you might have had a primary caregiver that was super critical. And even if that person has passed, you have perhaps internalized their voice, their narrative, their critique of you. And that's just a part, and that's okay. That's what we deal with in counseling, contacting these parts of ourselves and becoming aware of who is running the show. Right? Oh, I've been told I have a really good internal clock, and I feel like I have a really good internal clock, but forgive me as I don't usually time these. So moving out any moving out any supports under that hip, and then you can always come into some windshield wipers here. So letting letting those hips come in and out. Oh my goodness. Thank you, body. Thank you, body, for releasing unstuck, releasing stuck energy. I just kind of like to roll on my buttocks lately. That feels really good for me. So yeah. Woo, feels so good. All right, more hip. Yay, more hips. So let's go ahead and come into shoelace. Now with shoelace, you can, oh, there's the other. I knew there was another AccuDetox needle. I had in my client last night, and I knew I was missing one. So there it is. Yay! So shoelace, you can have a bolster under your bum if you need it, but we're just going to come in and let one leg cross over the other. So so that actually feels pretty good for me. You want to sort of stack the knees. I feel like that's too much. Woo! That feels like it's almost too little support. So back is straight, knees are stacked, chin is tucked. You can have a little bit of support under your hips if you need it. I feel like I need just a skosh, like that bolster was too much. And then, so let me see about Mark. I took them out of it for a minute. And if that's too much, you can always extend out your left leg and just have your right leg bent in. So I'm gonna just, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's just right. So I just needed just a little inch, just one more inch. That's what she said. Oh my gosh. You knew that was coming. Those of you who know me know that I have boys in my house. I would like to blame them, and so I will. Well, playful energy here today. Oh, this feels so good. And we're going to take it up here a notch. Always yogi's choice. So check the check the time. Okay, great. So from shoelace here, whichever one is over. So I've got my right leg over my left. Releasing. Thank you, liver, gallbladder, energy releasing stuckness. I love that. because I fast in the morning. All I had this morning was warm salt water with lime. So whichever one you went first, you want your bending over in the side of your foot that's going out. So for me, it's my right hand that's going to come up. We're going to just enjoy a lateral bend over here. So bring your left arm down to support. So we're just going to bend over, yeah, to the left. If I was super cool, I would have like um different camera angles, right? So this is shoelace with lateral bend, and to activate vagus nerve, you can just bring your eyes and look to the left. So anytime we start to manipulate our optic nerve, it can communicate danger or safety to our vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is our nerve that it's the 10th cranial nerve. It comes out of our brain down the sides of our neck. It's a nerve pair. We oftentimes just say vagus nerve, but it's a nerve pair. And it's responsible for letting your nervous system shift from sympathetic fight flight to parasympathetic rest digest. Oh, so good. Oh my God, so good. Hmm. You can have your eyes looking even behind closed eyelids, shades down, as the brain spotting community would say. So I don't know if you noticed, but I tucked my right hand, the back of my head here. So even if I were to extend it out, my hand is still facing down. Just felt a little bit better like this. So depending on where you want to feel the stretch, I can even feel it in my right sort of scapula as well as that right side body. Hmm. Good. And slowly coming out of it. Ooh, back into shoelace. Let your legs uncross slowly, slowly. And then you can always just windshield wiper them. Ooh, so good. Thank you, body. Thank you, body, for your amazing healing abilities. Ooh, so good. Now I know I'm going to definitely keep the blanket folded here for my other hip. Oh, so good. Great. So, other side. So now you're going to cross your left leg over. And again, if that's too much, you can just keep that right leg extended long and just bring your left leg up, right? So, but if it's not too much, go ahead and cross here. Oh, that feels so good. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Let's just enjoy shoelace here. Mm. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. And you can always massage too. You can self massage, part of that self compassion and self kindness, enjoying nourishing touch on your body. Your body. That was just for you. She knows who she is. Yeah. So you can always enjoy stretching, whatever feels like it needs to. So some yin yogis are, oh, how shall I say this? I don't want to say strict in their interpretation, but they're like, you should not move anything else. Okay, well, and maybe I'm moving my neck to distract from my sensations in my hip. I don't think so. I feel like we have these lines of fascia and we have this whole back body line. And so as I'm stretching and manipulating it here low, of course, it's going to communicate to the rest of the back body fascia. So, just do what feels good. Life is too short to have all these rules that don't feel good for you. So it's can be helpful to have structure, right? But if the structure is from opposed from outside sources that are not aligned with your values, then I encourage you to look at those and discern what it is that, how do you want to live your life? So when we're younger, we don't know. And so everyone else gives us all these structures. And so as we mature, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we have opportunities to evaluate those structures and see if they align with your values. So for me, choice is a huge thing in healing trauma. It's agency. I remember my first yoga teacher training, trauma informed yoga with a Tiratan. Oh, a Tiratan, you amazing woman. Thank you so much for your work in this world. Oh, she's just beautiful. And she talks about the importance of choice and agency. So, as it feels right for you, left arm extends up. You can use your right hand on the ground to help support you and let that left side body open up. And you can let your head go down, whatever feels right here. You can let your eyes look to the right between with shades up or shades down. You can let your hand come and sort of tuck under your head. So just notice what feels good for you. Ooh, this one I can feel all the way down in my left hip. That's so good. Thank you, body. Thank you, body, for releasing stuck, stale energy. Thank you, body. Thank you to all the yoga teachers, yoginis. Feels so good. Oh, yeah. Mm, mm. It's so cool. You can almost feel the fascia sort of melting. I can just feel the fascia melting. Mm-hmm. Mm, mm. It's so good. And slowly coming out of it again. If you feel like you need to be there a little longer, go ahead and do that. Woo! And some windshield wipers here. Oh, Moving that stuck energy, moving it out, don't you see? Which is good for me. Okay, I have to finish that line there. Okay. So let's go ahead and I want to oh gosh, I'm ambivalent. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and lay down. Yeah, do I want to do that? Yeah, no, before you lay down, go ahead. We're going to come into butterfly. So if you need a little lift right here, butterfly is just simply oink, oink, just there. And if you need, like I said, a little lift, so you can go ahead and let your butterfly wings sort of open up if that feels good for you. So, and then we're just going to let our back round. Now, I don't let my back around that much because I've had spinal surgery. I know some people can just right round on down, so I can't even get my head here. So that's okay. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if I need a little more lift in my hips. Let's try that. See how that feels. No, yeah. So however this feels good for you, letting your back round. My back doesn't round as much because I have a rod in my low back, my lumbar vertebra. So, but notice because your liver and gallbladder lines run along the back. This was just quite uncomfortable for me. So I'm just gonna, you can bring your triangle out a little wider too. So, but I'm just gonna settle into a shape that feels right for me. A little bit of movement for me, those little micro movements, letting head hang. Give yourself a little foot massage here if you want to. Ah, bringing your breath into the biggest pocket of sensation. That's from Jenna Finkston, my yoga teacher, Jala Blue in Colorado. Another beautiful woman sharing her Dharma. Mm. A few more breaths. Mm. Oh, yeah, my left hip is moving through some stuff. So windshield wipers, if that feels good for you. Oh, thank you, body. Thank you, body. Oof, oosh magoosh. Oh, so good. Okay, let me check time here. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and now we got about 15 more minutes. Let's do some supine twist. I was gonna do that sit it up. I was gonna do that seated, but I didn't want to. That's where I was ambivalent about the about whether I wanted y'all to lay down with me or not. So I wanted to do just that one other butterfly, and we could even do that laying down, but I try to just meet myself in shapes that are I haven't seen in a while, I haven't felt in my body, just to kind of check in. So I'm just Apanasana right now, just knees to chest, just rolling along my waistband, sacrum, whatever feels good here. Yeah, good. Oh, so good. So I think I'm going to let my um, sort of tucking shoulder blades under back body, and then keeping that left shoulder blade sort of glued, and then bringing your legs to the right. Now, again, you can have um, a block or a folded blanket if your knees don't come all the way down, or if they don't come down right away. You can let this leg down, and if this hip is sort of still warming up, you can tuck your right hand in the crook of that left knee. Kind of helps, you can direct how much stretch, right? And always yogi's choice to take your head and turn it to the left, and eyes can even look to the left. I'm not ready for that one yet, so just going to keep my head neutral. Mm. You can think about sort of letting your torso turn skyward, and just notice what this feels like to be in this twist here. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. For some, it's in through the uh, scapula, and through the clavicle, and through the pectoralis, major and minor, maybe even some teres minor in there. So some shoulder girdle muscles, as well as chest. For others, it's low back. And for others still, it might be hips, neck. And I did finally turn my head to the right, and then I'm just going to take my left hand and sort of drape it over the side of my right side of my head. It's like it just creates a little bit of a weight to where I don't have to hold my head over, like using my muscles. I can let my muscles stretch a little bit here. More effortlessly. So easy and so effortlessly. Oh, that's so good. You can feel the layers. I can feel the layers. Oh, audible sighs. Reset your nervous system as well. Oh my God, that's so good. Hmm. Few more breaths here. That's great. Now, if your hand was draped, I encourage you to let your hand sort of move your head over, really letting that assist happen. And then, so see, even though my arm was up, my shoulder blade is still down. See, whether it's here or here, the torso is what's rotating, yeah? So go ahead and let one leg come to the center midline at a time. You can windshield wipers from here. You can Alpanasana, knees to chest, just whatever feels good. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, other side. So arms at a T or cactus arms, whatever you do, kind of wiggle those shoulder blades down and back under your back body. And if you know you want to go ahead and hook that left hand in the crotch of your right knee. So see right here, I kind of lifted my torso up so that it's a little bit more skyward. Oh, mm, your body. Mm, mm. One side is almost always different from the right. Just notice. Oof. Yeah, my other side, I felt it more in the front chest. This one I'm feeling kind of mid back. So amazing. And again, you're welcome to turn your head to look to the right at any time. See, if I just stay here, I feel like I'm really having to use my neck muscles. Or if it's just a little bit of a drape, I can kind of let all that go. Remember, your eyes can look to the right, and whatever position your head is in matters not. Getting unstuck. Mm, mm. No. Couple more breaths. Yeah, great. And if it feels good for you, letting your hand take your head and roll it to each side. Feels really good to me. Yeah, and then letting one leg back to midline at a time. Oh, so good. How much, speaking of time, how much do we have of it? Oh, 51. Okay, so yogi's choice here. Um, you can have a block under your sacrum here and let your legs come up, kind of waterfall if you want for a few minutes before you come into Shavasana. If you don't want to do this, totally okay. You can just regular come into Shavasana. You can also take a blanket or just a little bit of a heart opener for lungs, and you can roll it thusly. Shavasana means corpse pose, but you can have your corpse pose however you want. I'm going to do this to the side. So I'm going to tuck this right up against my bum as far as it'll go, and then it just kind of comes. Let my spine rest right on that, and the head can be resting on it as well, or you can have another little blanket or whatever. So just a nice gentle heart opener, kind of a Lord of the Fish situation, but not really. So whatever feels good for you there. The lung meridian kind of runs right in the front, responsible for our immune system, immunity. So funny. I just made a connection. The immune system we think about for, our physical body, right? But in this moment, I just had that flash of like an immune against anyone else's like energy, toxic energy or negative emotions. So the immune system, truly what is in one kosha or layer affects the others. So yeah, getting unstuck physically can help you get unstuck emotionally, mentally. I have some clients that are very highly intellectual, and those parts have served them well. But when that rumination, when that default mode network happens, I tell them just get in your body, just get in your body. So you can roll off of that at any time, or if your legs are up on your block, you can roll off of that, and we are good. So now I'm just going to come into a regular shavasana. And so for that, BKS Iyengar has this whole like recipe. So I like to kind of pull the flesh down on my sacrum, kind of let that whole area smooth down, and then tuck my shoulder blades under so that my palms naturally rotate out. And if extending your legs is too much, you just come into constructive rest where your knees are bent, feet are to the wide edges of the mat, and the knees come together, knock kneed. So yeah. And if you want, you can let your legs extend out long. A couple belly breaths there. But here at the end of your yoga, I would ask you to invite back your sankalpa, your deep resolve, your heart's intention, and go ahead and say it to yourself 3 times. Know that even in this moment is becoming more and more true with every breath, with every moment, with every day. It's already happening more and more. Letting jaw relax. Eyes relax. Awareness drifts into your forehead, space between your eyebrows, eyeballs, cheeks, cheekbones, jaw, your brain, left and right sides. Just feel your brain just sink into the back of your head. Let your throat rest onto your neck vertebra, your cervical spine. That your shoulders and shoulder girdle, the shoulder blades, just feel your whole shoulders just rest onto those blades. Feel how your humerus, your upper arm bone, just sinks into the earth. Elbow, forearms, wrists, back of the hands. Just notice that connection with the earth. Notice how your fingers just gently curl in all on their own. Nothing to grasp, everything to release that no longer serves. Palms open skyward to receive compassion, kindness for yourself, and then for others. You can't pour from an empty cup. I mean, you can, but yeah, it doesn't work very good. Your whole head and upper body, arms, upper back. Just notice how they connect with the earth. Feel how your low back sort of arches up naturally away from the earth. And then notice your sacrum and hip points, unclenching. Feel your femur, big upper leg bones. Feel those just drop into your hamstrings. Knees are soft. Little leg bones in your lower legs, tibia and fibula. Just let those sink into your calves, ankles, and your heels if you're in traditional corpse pose. Just feel how your heels just connect the earth. Arches are soft. Balls of the feet, all 10 toes. Your whole body. Your whole body. Your body whole and your whole body here in this moment. Nothing to do. Just be. I hear voices outside of my office door. I don't have to get carried away. I don't. It's a choice to let my attention go there or just to receive it as sound with no attachment, no judgment, no having to fix or change. Hmm. I do love to roll to one side or the other. So, yogi's choice, you can notice which nostril is more open and roll to that side, allowing the more clogged one to drain. Or this is a yin practice. You can roll to your left lunar side. But because it's a day practice, you may want to roll to your right side, your solar side, Pingala. Maybe you don't want to roll at all. Maybe you want to start wiggling fingers and toes, taking in a deeper breath. Maybe you want to stretch long. Ah, oh, oh. I think I'm going to roll over to my right. Oh, that's so good. Hmm. Hmm. Releasing what no longer serves, getting unstuck, and cultivating kindness and compassion. So if you are on your side, you can use that arm, whichever arm, to help sit up. Oh, how does that happen, yogis? I thought for sure I was on time. That was a nice long shavasana, I have to say. Yeah. So, I like to sit on a bolster. Lets my hips be higher than my knees. Coming into this present moment. Mm. Releasing what no longer serves. Yeah, and filling up, maybe just a gentle sun breath here, letting hands come into heart center. Maybe affirming your sankalpa, maybe just giving thanks. For me, it's always honoring the way showers and wisdom keepers, all those who came before, the bija planters, all those that have helped hold this ancient knowledge so that we can use it if we choose. If it feels good and it's resonant, helps you connect with your body and your mind, your heart. Yeah, it's a practice. Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras, this great sage, he just said your practice should be steady and consistent. So powerful. All right, yogis, namaste. I see you. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Take care until next time. Bye for now.